This is the biggest sword I have. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I just filmed this whole video and I went to edit it and I realized that it was completely out of focus, so hopefully this will be okay, because if it's not, I'm just gonna upload it like that anyway. Today's video is going to be a book review on Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This book has been on my to-read list for a while, and then finally this month a lot of you guys have been really tempting me and pushing me to read this, so I read it. And why did I not read this before? Like, why? I really enjoyed this book. I would definitely recommend it to you guys. If you haven't read it, read it. And now I will tell you guys why. First of all, let me just start out with a little synopsis of the story. It's about a girl named Selena Sardothian, I believe that's her last name. I'm not entirely sure though, don't quote me on that. But her name is Selena. In the beginning of the book, we find out that she has been captured for over a year, I believe, in these salt mines, which are absolutely horrible. Basically, most people who get captured into this salt mine, they don't make it past a month, and she has been there for a year. And if that doesn't give you a clue of how badass this girl is, then hold on tight, because I'm about to tell you more. In the beginning of this book, we find out that she has been summoned by the kingdom's prince to try to convince her to join this new tournament that the king is setting up to find the kingdom's next assassin. And the prince really wants her to be his champion and represent him. And then, to make matters a little more interesting for Selena, the prince offers her freedom after 4 years of servitude if she does manage to win this tournament, and then if she doesn't win, she'll get sent back to the salt mines to work until she dies, essentially. That's kind of the basic plot point. I don't want to tell you guys a lot of the story because you guys know I hate spoilers, and I'm going to try not to give away any spoilers. If you're a fan of high fantasy, badass female characters, and, you know, a little sprinkle of romance and adventure, I think you really enjoy this book. I personally really liked it. I wouldn't say I completely... No, actually, I loved it. I did love the book, but I wouldn't say that it's one of my favorite books. Not yet. Regardless of that, I did really enjoy the book, and I do recommend it to anyone who likes high fantasy and badassness. One of the things I really liked about this book is the main character. Selena, she is such a bamf. Not only is she smart and funny and badass, which if you haven't noticed, that's gonna be the theme throughout this video, the badassness of it all. I also really like the fact that Sarah J. Maas didn't just portray her as this badass assassin and that's it. Throughout the book, you see a lot of glimpses of her as a person and what made her become an assassin, why she got into this world to begin with, and you see her not only as this badass character, but she also has some like vulnerability in her. But what I loved about Sarah J. Maas's portrayal of Selena is that her character remains constant throughout. She does fall in love. I don't think that's really a spoiler, but that doesn't make her go googly-eyed and stupid. She still sticks to her guns, to who she is, to her values, and above all, she places herself above anything else, if that makes sense, but not in a really selfish way. She just, after everything that she's been through, she recognizes that her own happiness and her own freedom should come first above anything else. And I really like that. As much as I love me some romance, I feel that a lot of the time in young adult, there are a lot of girls who, once a guy comes into their life, they're willing to drop anything and everything and forget about themselves, and then they just become super obsessed with this guy and how their world revolves around this guy, which I don't believe is super healthy. I love that Selena, she just went against that, and even though this guy was important to her, she wasn't willing to sacrifice herself for it, if that makes sense. Can you tell that I love Selena as a character? I want her to be my BFF. I want her in my life, and hell, she can teach me how to kick ass. I would be very, very happy. I do have some criticisms on this book. See, they're my personal opinions, but I wouldn't necessarily say that they're criticisms. The first one, these challenges that she was facing, I expected them to be more grandiose. I don't know if that's the right word for it. What I expected of this was that these challenges were gonna take place in like this Roman Colosseum type setting, and they weren't like that. They were a lot smaller, and a lot of the time she kind of just grazed through some of them by not emphasizing them as much. She was able to put forth aspects of magic and fantasy and otherworldly aspects of the story, which I am very intrigued about. I want to know what is going on with the whole magic, but not really magic aspect of the story. And then the second thing, it just has to do with the romance. Like I said, now, normally, I don't mind romance in a YA novel. I'm a big lover of romance. I like my romance. The thing that bothered me about this book, though, was that the romance was with the guy that I didn't want her to end up with. That's all I'm gonna say. So that's kind of the main issue that I had with it. I mean, the romance, it did make me awe, and I do like the guy that she was with, but deep down in my heart, guys, I'm still on that ship. I will sink with that ship because I really, really want her to end up with the guy that I want her to end up with. You know what I mean. All I can say, honestly, if you're thinking about reading this book, is that if you are a fan of high fantasy, romance, badassness, and strong female protagonists, I honestly really recommend this. This is a good book, guys. It's a good book. Those are my thoughts on Throne of Glass. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys like these kind of reviews better, or if you feel like I should have my reviews be a little bit more organized. I'm still working on that. I'm really interested in you guys' feedback. I want to know like what you guys want to know about books that I like, because I know what I would like to know, but a lot of what I would like to know is just how much did the reviewer enjoy the book while reading it. That's mostly what I'm interested in a lot of the time when I research new books to read. But if you guys want me to have some sort of more structured video, let me know. I'll definitely take those into consideration the next time. Yeah, to each his own. I am open to feedback though, if you guys are willing to give it. That is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Links for everything will be down in the bottom bar below. Don't forget to follow me on Goodreads, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. I think that's all I have. I do have a blog, but I don't really post that much on it, so I'm not gonna really tell you guys to go follow it, because I'm a bad blogger. That is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Today's video is going to be a haul video.